basically at the very beginning of the pandemic. Um, it's been a year since COVID-19 has happened in this country, right? And it's definitely changed our way of life for everyone. And since then, early on, we've kind of seen accounts and stories and about um, discrimination and harassment and violence towards people, with terms such as Wuhan virus getting thrown around, and a lot of Asian people being blamed for the COVID-19 pandemic.
It makes me very angry because to attack the people that are the most vulnerable, I think shows a lot of cowardice. And that could be my grandma, your grandma, anyone's grandma. The fact of the matter is, no matter someone's race, again, no one should be targeted for who they are. They can't change that. That's quite frankly incredibly offensive. I mean, yes, I'm an Asian American.
Nearly 3,000 first-hand accounts of violence against Asian Americans were reported from March 19th to December 31st of 2020. Many elderly individuals have been a target of these attacks.
I think with the old generation, a lot of them are first-generation immigrants. I think they fear being deported. They fear being sent back to their country. And that's a very valid fear. A lot of Asians don't really feel comfortable defending themselves because they feel like they're not validated to. They feel like they don't really have a space to right now.
Asian and Asian American news outlets have reported on these incidents of vandalism, robbery, harassment, and physical attacks. But until recently, there has been a lack of coverage from mainstream media outlets.
Right now, we've seen major news outlets such as CNN and the New York Times starting to report on this violence that's been happening for pretty much almost a year now, which is, it's great that these more mainstream news media sites are reporting what's going on, and they're actually referencing Next Shark and other Asian news outlets as well in their reporting. But overall, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Social media has played an important role in the movement against Asian American violence. It has not only become a tool for advocacy, but also for education.
Education overall. And, for the most part, it's not about punishing, it's about addressing, the arrogance and racism and ultimately what's wrong in our system. But you can't really address what's wrong in our system until you learn about it and learn about the holes in it, and then apply what's going on right now, every minute, every second, to what's going on.
Ha is currently involved in creating ethnic studies courses at UConn with Jason Chang, Associate Professor of History and Asian American Studies. Their hope is for people of color to learn about their identities and feel empowered to create change.
Students hold a lot more power than they think. We have the numbers, and I understand the whole being scared of the administration, but in actuality, you have so much power. You have this whole future ahead of you, and social media is your best friend. It is what you need to use right now. That's what brought our campaign to a global scale.